Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And we will not have a return here to start. Thanks to the new rule, the fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, that is incomplete. We'll talk about the Seahawk defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught at the 20. Unable to corral him. He fights through. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge fights off the tackle at the 20. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Walker to start the drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
2nd and 9. Now it's Smith. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Going for it all. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Travis Etienne, 27 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 73.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. Throwing is Hurts. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Flush to his right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Etienne diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Dwayne Eskridge. Oh, he doesn't quite make it down at the 1-yard line. As close as he could possibly get, but still, what a return. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and in the plays, has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to... When people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders.
Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had that 14-0 lead, but that has evaporated as they go to work here, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
On 1st down, Hurts. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. On the option left, it's Hurts.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
2nd down and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Moore. He will return it.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 3rd and 8.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts. This is caught. It's Kirk. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape for a 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Hey, Silver. Go Silver, ready?
They'll try to run with Etienne. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Travis Etienne with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Eagles 28, Seahawks 14.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Geno. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. He got 29 yards that time.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Middle.
On first down, Smith. This is caught. It's Woods. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Robert Woods, 39 yards.
And the Seahawks are back within a score.
Myers connects on the PAT. And they're within 7 now, 28-21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins. And got his man complete.
Down to the 10.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Quez Watkins,
93 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Seahawks 21. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 33-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Ochena Nwosu make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Hurts throw into the hands of Kirk. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
This is caught. Touchdown. A.J. Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by the Eagles. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. It's Brown. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all of these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff.
Touchdown, Eagles. Christian Kirk from 3 yards out. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. Hurts will throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
Now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Draymond Jones able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 3rd down, here's ETN. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily if you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands. unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet?
And now here is another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Another tote for Etienne. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now Geno on 1st down. Dancing to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devin White able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Geno. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And my goodness, another interception. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now a 3rd and 6. On the counter, ETN.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Going for it, here's ETN.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Jalen Carter breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
3rd and long. It's Smith. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. Straight ahead, Walker.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They snap it to Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they take advantage of what looked like an unsure defense. They wind up getting 8 on 4th and 3. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. Down inside the 40. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Geno now to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. Down to about the 23.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground, but every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And now here is another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Smith over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. 7 yards to pick up there.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Touchdown! Jackson Smith-Njigba from 19 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. They'll try and run it here. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for 2 is denied. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
First down, Eagles.
Running out of the gun with Etienne. Down to about the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Hurts.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. Film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Smith. A quick throw, but incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
A give, it's ETN off the option. He'll take this to the 46.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
And they'll go again with ETN.
He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll run with ETN.
There he goes, left side.
Down the left sideline.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year.
And the Eagles extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. The Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
34.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though.
And now here is another interception.
Inside the 20.
Smith's pass intercepted by the Eagles. Sets up first down and goal at the 2-yard line.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Great, set.
Charles, a lot of happy